Hello, guys. Happy Wednesday. All right, so I wanted to hop on here today to talk about stress free decluttering. Because I don't know about you, but I kind of find decluttering can get kind of stressful and overwhelming, especially if I try to do too much at once. Like emptying out a whole room, that just kind of seems crazy to me, and I just don't have the long amount of time right now, anyway, with a toddler at home to dedicate to like that massive overhaul all at once. So, I am going to chat about my favorite ways to keep decluttering kind of stress free. Right, so I actually have a blog post to go along with this that I will link in the title and information if you want to dig deeper. But these are my favorite ways. All right, so first of all is to have a plan and prepare ahead of time. You want to know what you're going to declutter and when, like kind of have a plan of attack. Even if it's just like a 10-minute spurt, like I'm going to declutter this drawer in the kitchen today. That's your plan. And even with that or a bigger project, you want to prepare. Like have ready some, if there's trash, if there's recycling, there's something you need to donate and or relocate in your home. Hi Angie, thanks for joining me today. So that is number one, is to plan and prepare ahead of time. And second of all, is to really go in with a positive mindset, which I know can be totally hard when it's overwhelming and frustrating with all that clutter piling up. But keep the end in mind. Keep in mind how much better you're going to feel and how much less stress you're going to have with all that extra stuff out of your house. And so going into it with that positive, uplifting mindset of I can do this, this is going to be great, my home's going to look amazing. You have that sort of mindset, it does make it like so much easier and less stressful in the long run. And then number three is just do a little bit at a time. If you aren't into the big, massive overhaul, if you don't have time for that, that's okay. If you do, great, do it all at once, that's fine. But that system, it just doesn't really work well for me. I've got a little one that by the time I would get started, I would need to do something with him and get all off track and just leave the room a giant disaster. So I don't want to do that. I want to pick a little small projects within a room at a time. So whether it's one area at a time, a few things at a time, or just for an hour at a time, or even just 10 minutes at a time. That's what I'm focusing on, because those little bits of progress are going to lead to big results. So that day after day, that momentum is going to build on each other. And, you know, before you know it, you're going to be making some big progress in your home. So I don't want you to feel like you have to do it all at once, because you definitely don't. You can say, I'm going to do this drawer today, this cabinet today. Tomorrow I'm going to do this section of the closet. So just do what you can handle. It's okay. It doesn't have to be a massive project. So those are my top three ways to plan and prepare, to have a positive mindset, and to do just a little bit at a time. And if you are wanting to have a system to do a little bit at a time, I'm actually launching a brand new product this month with daily decluttering emails that for very little you can sign up and it'll have a daily task for you to declutter that day. And once it builds up to where it needs to be, it'll cycle back through. So it's a great way to do a little bit at a time. And if you miss a day, you'll cycle back to it. And then it's a good way to revisit those areas to keep your home decluttered. So I'm have the early bird list open today, and I will link to that as well. So I wanted to give you that little tidbit of information on here today, since we were talking about stress-free decluttering, and I think that's a really good way to keep decluttering kind of light, easy, and get rid of the overwhelm involved with it. All right, guys, so I am not going to take up any more of your afternoon. I just wanted to give you some quick tips on stress-free decluttering. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. All right, bye for now.